guys, it's Kristi. I'm going to do a quick little sequence to focus on stretching out the muscles in the legs. Hips, I've been doing some running recently and feels kind of tight, so I thought I would design a quick little sequence to maybe target some muscles. And this is really for anyone, runner, dancer, walker, extra long sitter. Anyway, if you have legs that you can utilize, this one is for you. Let's begin in a seated position. Of course, if you need props to help, we are going to be doing some forward fold and things. Use blocks or improvise if you need that. Sit up nice and tall. Find your sitting bones. Those are the bones that you can feel if you really think about getting inside your body. And I want you to find left and right. Maybe put more weight on your left side and then more weight on your right side, and then come back to center and find that evenness. And feel your spine elongate, crown of the head reaches upward, shoulders relax. Let's take a moment to just arrive here. Letting go of anything that may be grabbing at your attention. Begin to soften, relax the muscles in the face, the eyes, the lips, the tongue, cheeks, temples, jaw. Just begin to let that go. And let's take a few breaths together. So exhale all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. And make your exhale longer than your inhale. And the exhale can fall out of your nose or mouth. Again, breathe in, fill up. See if you can take the breath deeper this time. Exhale, make it longer than your inhale. One more, breathe in. All the way down into those sitting bones you feel meeting the earth, and exhale. And let's go ahead and take our right arm across our body. Hold anywhere that feels good. We're just going to get a little shoulder stretch. Maybe you look to the right and switch. Look to the left. And release. Take your right hand, reach your fingertips away from you. Maybe you start to walk them away, but keep your sitting bones grounded, meaning they're not going to move. And then inhale, your left arm comes up, maybe over. So we're going to get a nice long stretch in the side body. Our trunk, our torso is important because it sits on top of our hips, pelvis, legs, feet. So we want to keep that feeling good. Switch sides, left fingertips reach away from you, root the right sitting bone down. Inhale, right arm comes up first. Maybe you stay here or maybe you reach over. Send a nice few breaths into your lungs. And then inhale back to center. Let's just take some shoulder rotations, just releasing any tension there. If you're a human body, most likely you've got some stuff stored in the shoulders no matter what activity you have participated in. And let's switch across the legs. So notice which leg is in front and make a little switch. Again, finding that evenness of the sits bones, finding the spine nice and tall. And we're going to just take some hip circles. So any direction you would like. Just imagine you can take some nice big circles. If you come to a spot that you just want to rush through or skip over, linger there. Be curious about what that particular motion, why did that feel differently? We want our body to feel good in all the ways. I don't remember if I said reverse the direction, so if I didn't do that, and add any other type of movement you wish. And then come back to center. Right arm across the body, and then left arm on cross of that. You can give yourself a hug, or you can eagle wrap your arms. A few breaths here, breathing into the back of the shoulders. So play around with tipping the elbows away from you. See what you notice in the back. Breathe. And release. We're just going to switch the cross. So left arm comes across, and then right arm for a hug or eagle the arms. Squeezing elbows, palms touch. And again, breathe into sensation. Man, feels nice. And release. We're going to take some twist here. Right hand comes behind you. Left arm reaches up on an inhale. Exhale. Left hand to your right knee. Twist to your right. Trying to make your twist about the upper torso rather than the hips. And switch. Left hand comes behind you. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe that right hand reaches up, right hand to left knee, and twist this way. And back to center. We're going to come into a standing shape. So, if you need to use blocks for this pose, feel free to take them in front of you. So from here, this is the first time we've kind of been on our feet. Our feet are very important in everything. So just start spreading out the toes, rocking back and forth on the heels. I really should do a class only on the feet. They're so neglected, and what would we do without them? So right now, give your feet some love. Feel into the 4 points of the feet, so underneath the big toes, underneath the pinky toes, outer heel and inner heel, feel the arches raise. And just fold forward here. Generous bend in the knees. It's all right to have your torso rest on the thighs. Let your head drop. So you can play around with bending. Maybe you start to straighten the legs a little bit more. This is stretching the back side of the legs, hamstrings, back of the knees, calves. Mine are talking to me, which is good. Slowly walk the hands up. We're now in mountain pose. So feet at least hip width distance, stacking of the bones here. What does that mean to you? And we're going to take our right foot behind our left. So we're here. We're going to inhale our arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, you may need your blocks here. I'm going to use them. IT band stretch. So that's this thick band of connected tissue from our outer hip all the way to the knee. It can get super tight, as you may be experiencing now. Breathe into it. If you have extra time, please stay here, or otherwise inhale, come on up. And we're going to stretch out the quadricep. So bend into the right foot, reach back. Excuse me, I almost repeated a habit I'm trying to switch. Reach back with the opposite arm, so left arm reaches for the right foot. Why I said that is I don't want to torque the knee. And then maybe you reach back for both hands, stretching out the quadricep here. And slowly release. So we're going to switch side. This time take your left foot behind your right. Pinky toes are getting as close as they can to each other. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. This side may feel differently. Send some lovely breaths there into the other IT band. And then inhale, slowly come up. Uncross the legs. Thing slips. And we're going to get strong in the right foot. We're going to use our right hand to reach back for the left foot. If you can't reach your foot, no worries. You can use a strap. If you need support, hold on to a chair or table or couch. Maybe you bring the left foot back to meet the right. Balance on one leg. And release. We're going to come down into another forward fold. Just stretching out the low back, the spine. Maybe you can straighten your legs a little bit more. Maybe you can even drop down to a different level of the block. You do what feels good for you. And we're going to come down into our tabletop. So in our tabletop, we want hips stacked over the knees, shoulders over the wrist, or maybe the hands slightly in front of the wrist. Elbows are going to face each other. We're going to spread the fingers out and just take some rotations here on the wrist. Some nice big circles. Switch. Taking care of our joints. And then come back to center. We're going to begin our cat-cow. So inhale, let's arch the spine towards the sky. Gaze back at the thighs, maybe the belly button for cat pose. Exhale, belly drops. Use your eyes to softly look forward, maybe up, stretching out the throat. And just move back and forth, excuse me, between these movements. Feel into the spine. Let's take a couple more. And just begin to step the right foot back behind you. And you're going to press into the ball of the feet. I realize you can't see me. So I want you to press into the ball of the foot like this. And stretch out the calf. Maybe you roll the foot around like I'm doing here. And switch sides. May get some cracks and pops. And come back to tabletop. Take your right foot, cross it behind your left, and just step it out to your left. Another little stretch into the IT band. You can even start to turn your chest towards the left. See what feels good for you. And switch sides. Turning your chest towards your right. And back to center. foot reaches long. Jeez. I'm going to have to do better about my placement. Hang on. Ugh. Amateur here. It's all right. Okay. Sorry. Back to your tabletop. Right leg reaches long behind you, up in the air, toes point down. It's going to really stabilize your hips. Roll the ankle, reverse the direction, point and flex, and switch sides. Left leg reaches back, toes point down as if you're putting your foot on an imaginary wall. Roll the ankle, back, and release. Okay, so here we go. We're going to step the right foot forward, come up and lift the left knee. So we're in a runner's lunge here. You want to stack right knee on top of ankle to begin with. We're activating that back leg. We're just feeling into it, so you may rock back and forth. Could feel good, it could feel really terrible. Just notice what you're thinking. And before we lower, I want you guys to try to lower on the top part of the kneecap. So not directly on the kneecap, that fleshy part right above it for your low lunge. So options here, blocks. And you may have to keep picking the knee up, trying to get back to that spot. Low lunge. Hello, Jay. Please don't knock my boards over. Oh, this is a crazy video today. Sorry, I get one shot. Okay. So in the low lunge, blocks. Bring your hands to your thighs or arms reach up. What is it that you need? Really lovely stretch to stretch out the hip flexors. Then we're going to straighten into the front leg, toes point towards the sky. Keep pulling the right hip back, left hip forward. Few breaths here. Maybe you move back and forth. And let's switch. Left foot forward. Runner's lunge. Right foot steps back. We're feeling into the strength of the legs here. And again, we want to think about before we set the right foot down, we want to be on the, try to do our best to get on the top part of the knee, of the quad. So just do your best. You decide what you need for your low lunge. Many variations. Of course, the arms are up in the air. That's going to be more intense. And begin to straighten the left leg. Toes point back. Maybe you slide the blocks back. Oof. Hello, hamstrings. You can point and flex the toes. Nice. Now we're going to come to seated again. So reach both legs out long. We're going to, you've got options. You're going to first bring your right foot in just like this. You're going to allow it to fall out to the side. Use a block if you need support in any way. Or you're going to take half shoestring where right leg crosses over the left. So again, feel into those sits bones. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands forward. I want you to think crown of the head forward rather than face down. We want to think length. This may be right where you stay. 5 breaths. One more breath. Sit up nice and tall. This is totally cool if this is where you need to be. If you want more stretching into the hamstrings, you're going to lean forward in whatever manner you need to do. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward. Crown of the head forward. Neck is nice and long on all four sides. Breathe here. I used to run a lot. I think I've said that before, but I'm starting to feel good again. My legs feel good, but I am sore today. Inhale, come back up. Both legs reach forward. Scoot your femur bones back into your hip joints. Inhale, arms reach up. Your feet are pretending to touch that imaginary wall. Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Reach the crown of the head forward. So here, if you really want to get into the body, think about from starting at the heels, working up the back or posterior chain of the body. Lots of stretch. So from heels to calves, to back of the knees, to hamstrings, to your seat. And it's starting to come up the spine, all the way really to the crown of the head. So that can feel nice or not. I read somewhere that I was reading about legs. Sometimes I go to websites and I'll go to like facts for kids because I feel like that's more interesting sometimes than what they have for us adults. But it said the elephant was the only land mammal, the only land mammal that cannot jump because I guess the weight, they assume, is too much for the joints. Inhale, come back. And then I thought, well, maybe elephants just don't want to jump, you know? I don't want to do a whole lot of jumping myself. Maybe they're smarter than we give it credit for. All right, come back onto your back. We're slowly winding down. There's a million stretches to do for the legs, but this is just what came to me today. Come onto your backs, and I want you to bring the legs up towards the sky. Jade, you're going to have to move. Move, baby. Thank you. Legs towards the sky. You can hold anywhere on the backs of the legs. You can bend into the knees. You can give your legs a massage, which I'm a big fan of. The fronts and the backs and the sides. Don't forget the inners. And you can even open up the legs to your degree if you want to stretch inner thighs. That feels nice. You can even use your hands on the outside of the leg somewhere for support. Knees hug in towards chest, rock side to side, massaging the low back. And then bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Maybe you use your elbows to the inside of the knees, pressing them open. And then a happy baby, hold anywhere that you want, backs of the legs, outer foot, inner foot. Maybe you rock, maybe you find stillness, maybe you stretch one leg out. What is it that your body needs today in this moment? Knees hug in towards chest. One quick little twist on each side and we'll go down for a small mini Shavasana. Arms reach out in a T, legs fall to the right, both knees together. Really send extra breath and love to your low back. And inhale back to center, reset the spine, maybe you lift the shoulders up. Exhale, knees fall over to the left. Relax the legs. Come back to relaxing the face, especially the jaw. For me, I hold a lot of tension there. inhale back to center. Stretch out into your Shavasana. We've got about 4 minutes here. So reach the legs out long. Take up a lot of space. Arms are going to be by your sides. And just starting at your feet, relax the feet. Relax the ankles. Relax the shins and the calves. Relax the knees, front and back. Relax the thighs, the quadriceps, the connective tissue, the muscles, the tendons, ligaments. Relax the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Continuing to feel your body get a little deeper into the earth. Relax your hips, your seat. Relax your abdomen. Your chest, your heart. Find softness there, find willingness to open there. Find gratitude there for showing up for yourself today. Relax the shoulders, the arms, the elbows, the fingers. Relax the face and the eyes, all the hairs on your head. And just feel yourself melting into your mat, letting go of thinking about breathing in a particular way or making a shape. Just can you micro relax? So just a tiny bit more than you are right now. What does that feel like? And if thoughts come into your brain, which is totally normal, notice them and just come back to relaxing. Slowly begin to find some movement here. Like I said, it was just a short Shavasana. If you can stay longer, please stay. Rejuvenate yourself. Bring the feet to the floor, hug the knees in towards the chest. Excuse me. Maybe you even bring your forehead towards your knees. Stretching out the back of the neck and roll towards your favorite side. Use your hands to press up. And then come back to a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, full circle, right where we started. Hands touching, feeling the skin touching skin. Bowing your head. Finding so much appreciation for your beautiful body. For all that your legs do, all that they carry you through, all the places they've been before this moment, and all the places you have the possibility to go after leaving this moment. It's endless, expansive and spacious. Please bow your head towards your fingers. Thank you so much for coming to practice with me today. I know you could be anywhere else doing many, many things with your precious time, but you chose to be here, and that means a lot to me. Hope you feel better. Have a great day. Namaste. Thank you. Until next time.